What's up guys, I'm Zach and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a special one. We're going to be checking out these new Jordan 1s that just released. These are the Sail and Pale Vanillas. Personally, it was a big surprise for me to actually see that these were sitting on Nike.com. However, I wasn't actually checking for these at first. However, looking at the images and over time, I sort of really wanted to check them out, and I think they actually look really cool, at least in photos. I haven't actually opened the box yet, so this will be my genuine first impressions of the sneakers. So hopefully they live up to at least what I thought they would look like in my head. That being said, you've got this beautiful sort of pale yellow box with that sort of white grey Nike sign right there. Let's get straight into these. Oh, okay, damn. These are it, the Sail and Pale Vanilla. You can definitely see that sail throughout, especially on that nice sort of cream outsole there. Something I saw online that actually sort of drew me to pick up this pair was actually that it has a sort of like raw edge leather touch throughout the shoe. That's something that was on the Immerse 3s, which I think really sort of made the sneaker a little bit more bold, especially with those edges. As you can see, just around the leather and the cuts right there, you can actually see it's got like that yellow tinge, which really sort of brings out the sneaker, I think. And I think it really sort of just brings out a vintage sort of touch as well. Looking at this swoosh, it's very interesting. It's sort of like a knitted, sort of woven type material, something you find like a wool blanket or something like that, or like a knitted cardigan. It's really interesting to see. And honestly, I haven't seen anything like this on the Jordan 1 before. But yeah, this is super interesting. I'm definitely excited to sort of get it on feet and see what it looks like with a few outfits. Definitely think this would look great with just some sweatpants, which I think I'll definitely be wearing with this one on the on-feet portion. Just a few other little details throughout this sneaker. You have got the yellow Air Jordan embossed there, which I think looks very nice. It's very sort of minimal cream. It just blends into the sneaker very nicely, especially with this palette. Honestly, I'm shocked that this sat online because I think if this was sort of like a union collaboration, this would fly off shelves. I do think they've done a good job of sort of balancing that cream and that white. They haven't sort of overdone it or anything like that, which Nike can tend to do. I'm glad that they kept the tongue completely white here, and you have got that cream just sort of lining throughout instead of just making it entirely cream. And it's something that I wasn't too sure about, and okay. Oh, we've got a spare pair of laces there, just so you know. It looks like it's a flat white. Now, getting the laces out of the sneaker here, something I wasn't too sure about is the fact that the finish on these laces are sort of rounded, something you typically don't really find on a Jordan 1, as Jordan 1 laces are sort of flat, commonly at least. So it's very interesting to see them on here. I don't know if I'm going to be the biggest fan on it, but I do love this cream colorway. I do actually have an idea of swapping out my Immerse cream wax laces with these ones, as I think they'll be a perfect fit, and that's something I'll definitely do in this video on the on-feet portion. So, first impressions, I'm actually really enjoying the sneaker. I think it actually looks sick. I'm really surprised that people aren't picking these up. I think these are super underrated, at least so far based off my first impressions. With that being said, guys, I'm going to throw these on foot right now, try them out with a few different lace options, and see how I actually feel after trying them on. Based on my first impressions, I do really like the sneaker, but I do need to see it with some laces on and how it's actually going to fit with pants and actually with an outfit working together. So with that being said, I'm going to quickly try these on, give them a few little walk arounds, try out the different laces, and I'll get back to you with my final thoughts. Okay, so I've officially tried on the shoe, and man, I was a little unsure at the beginning just because I was looking at it and I'm like, man, it's a different type of shoe. Honestly, it is very different from a typical Jordan 1. Obviously, like color blocking wise, it's very reminiscent of, you know, like the metallics or something like that. But of course, it's just that knit material that I was a little unsure about. Because looking at it, like, it's just such a unique type of different shoe. And trying it on with the different laces, I think I've realized that, man, I love these Immerse laces. I threw these in just because I thought the sort of waxed cream look would look really good with the shoes. And yeah, I think they look best. They look incredible like this. Hopefully the camera is picking this up quite nicely. Just bring it there. Obviously you're going to be seeing the on feet as well, but I just think that cream looks so nice. It definitely fits in with that all over aesthetic. Honestly, tone wise, I think it matches it perfectly. Now, getting into the actual quality of the shoe, you are getting a nice soft tumbled leather throughout, which definitely sort of elevates this, and I think that's something I'm noticing. I feel like it's a very type of premium vintage type shoe. Obviously, especially with that color scheme, you're getting definitely vintage vibes, but when it comes to the raw edge leather and that nice tumbled leather throughout, I think this looks fantastic. Now, of course, it's not too tumbled, it's not like incredibly noticeable or anything, but when you have a look at it, it's not smooth or anything, and I think that definitely lends itself to the overall aesthetic of the shoe. I'm going to put this one down so we can actually talk about the shoe a little bit more. But yeah, I think this is probably the most underrated Jordan 1 of the year so far. Personally, I think that is super sick, and I definitely am going to be keeping in my rotation. I'm going to have to find out another pair of wax laces for my Alma Menieres. Unfortunately, I did pick them up from the Alma Meniere Jordan 1s. But yeah, I think they just look a lot better in that pair. But the overall aesthetic is there. And for a Jordan 1, I think this one is something that you shouldn't be sleeping on, guys. Definitely go pick this up while you can. Getting into this sort of different lace variations. Personally, as I said, I do like the Alma Meniere Jordan 1 waxed cream laces on that pair a lot. Personally, the best of all of them. But I actually was surprised to see that I didn't actually mind that sort of rounded lace on the Jordan 1 here. I actually think it sort of looked alright. Personally, I was very skeptical at first. And that's actually why I threw on the Alma Meniere lace first, because I thought, man, I'm not really going to like those rounded laces. But they actually look pretty decent on this pair. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the white laces. I thought they were sort of like out of place. I don't know why they didn't incorporate just a nice cream pair that you could wear. But nonetheless, it's there. It's an option if you guys enjoy that. But personally, I would go the Alma Meniere waxed cream laces, then the rounded cream laces, and then the white laces as my least favorite. I don't think the white laces really accentuate the features of the sneaker as much as the other pairs do, but just something to note regardless. Of course, this Jordan 1 is true to size like all other Jordan 1s, at least that is the case for me. I typically wear a size US 12 in Jordans and Nike, and this is the same case here. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to like down below. Comment down what your thoughts are on this Jordan 1. I was very skeptical at first, but getting him in hand, guys, I think you guys are going to like him a lot more than just seeing the photos online. And if you want to see more content from me, Zach, in the future, feel free to subscribe down below. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.